let me just talk to you just a couple minutes, okay? First of all, you see I've got white hair. I didn't come to the Senate to just hang out. I didn't come to the Senate for the next hot tip. I didn't come to the Senate to get a committee chairmanship after you've been there for 12 years. I came for something that identifies directly with you. You see, I'm all about getting something done. That's all there is to it. And in my world, I really believe that I'm a part of your community because I believe in you. You see, I challenge the media all the time and look right at them and say, you find something that knowingly I've told you is not true. Because I'm not going to do that. In my life, I don't have time to blow smoke at anybody, you or anybody. And I am not going to do anything except tell you the truth. Now, here's the deal. You know, this great conference that you're having right now, and I take it that Mara is the right pronunciation. But with all that being said, because I've heard Mara and Mara 1,000 different directions 1,000 different times. But let me just tell you just this. In this country today, you know, I know that you're really dialed in to the crypto world, you're really dialed into AI, you're really dialed into energy. And without any question, I'm an energy guy. I'm also an ag guy. And so the two of them together, we kind of intersect in a way that is going to be beneficial to all of us. I know what you're doing. Lots and lots and lots of folks out there in the wilderness have no clue. They have no clue. And they're trying to make sense out of it and make the two ends go together. I'll get to that in just one second. Let me just go back to energy just a second. I've said over and over in the Energy Committee and everything else that if we don't watch in a very, very short order, we're going to be at such an energy crisis in this country, and you know it. You know it. I know it. We absolutely should be embracing all of our energy forms in every way, because what the decision is going to have to be made is just simply just this. You're going to either decide between the homes and keeping them cool or warm, or you're going to decide between opportunity and jobs and a way of the future and security from a national security standpoint and on and on and on. At the end of this day, this is so simple. What we've got to do in America, we've got to lead from an energy standpoint like you can't fathom. And we better awaken to that, and we better awaken to it right now. Because right behind all that, you have the super smarts. You have something that they don't have. Not to think that they're not smart people and good people, but you're embracing and you're right on the pioneers of, or you're right, you are the pioneers of doing something that is so phenomenal it's off the chart. Really and truly, we've passed a bunch of stuff on cryptocurrency so far, but we got to do a lot more. You know, you really just need these things. And who am I to tell you what you need? And of all things, on top of that, if you want something that's really bizarre, that can really help you too, it's my little buddy, my little four-legged buddy, Babydog, because she embraces you too. And I've got her with me. So y'all bring her out here, and I'm going to have her sit right here beside me just a second. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Baby. There she is, with her mare banner, too. Now, I just don't just haul her around with me. She comes with me about every 7 to 10 days. Now, by looking at you with your cameras and everything, taking pictures of her, you know the amazing thing about this? This just happened and it just fell out of the sky. That's all there is to it. I had no idea in the world, no plan whatsoever. I'm going to get a bulldog and I'm going to haul her around with me and she's going to do all this stuff. No way. But I'm a real believer in this. I really believe that in our lives, you know, God and what is going on happens for a reason. See, I really believe every one of you are who you are for a reason. I believe that I'm Jim Justice for a reason. And with all that being said, then all of a sudden, what did she do to you? What does she do to you right now? She makes you smile. For God's sakes, a living, it is so big and so important. She makes you smile. And then the other thing she does that is unbelievable, she's a bulldog. She's not supposed to like everybody, but she loves everybody. Everybody. And it doesn't matter if you're black or white or rich or poor. God forbid a Republican or a Democrat. She loves everybody. Now, you can't tell me that it wouldn't be one hell of a lot better world if we could make others smile and we loved everybody and it didn't matter who they were. You know, now look, at the end of the day, I'm going to be right with you about this. I'm going to be right about simply just this. You need all these things. You need all the passage of the crypto stuff. You need absolute clarity. You need certainty. You need market structure. You need it all. But you got to have Toby and Edith. Because if you don't have Toby and Edith, they'll never vote for it over there, and you'll never get there. So with that, all that said and everything, if you got time and you want to come up and pet Babydog real fast, and I'm not interrupting and everything, I'll shut up, and I'll tell you just this. I believe in what you're doing. I believe that it gives us so many assets, so many opportunities, so much benefit. I love the fact that, you know, President Trump is right on board. I love it that President Trump says, you know, he's all into reliable and cheap energy. For God's sakes, a living, guys, you know it. You know it. We've got to have energy, bundles of it, bundles and bundles of it. If we don't have that, we're going to be up Duke Creek. Nevertheless, you want to come up and say hi to Babydog, you better come quick because I don't want to interrupt him more, but just remember, I'm your buddy. I'm your number one cheerleader. Thank you so much for having me.
Senator Justice, thank you.